Let's now talk about properties. Because JavaScript objects and primitive data types, they have properties attached to them. And by properties, I just mean extra functionality that you and I can use to enhance whatever we want to get done. So for example, almost all JavaScript values have properties. Well, what do I mean? Strings have properties such as length, trim, index of, and we're going to get into examples of this through the course. Numbers have properties, toString, toFix, toPrecision. But not everything has properties. The exceptions I can think of is null and undefined. Null and undefined have no properties. Now the question you're probably asking is, cool, I know their properties on strings and numbers and objects, but how do I access these properties? What do I do? What do I type in order to get these properties so I can use them? Well, there are two main ways you can do that. The one is by using the dot notation, and the other one is by using the square brackets notation. They can both achieve exactly the same thing. The dot is just a lot more popular. So let me give you an example. So if you have a value and you're wanting to get a property called x, all you have to do is type value dot x. And what about the square brackets? Well, you can just type value, open square brackets, x, close square brackets. And both of these different ways will access a property called x on that value. The word after the dot is the actual name of the property, in this case x. And it's the same thing with square brackets. It's an expression that is evaluated to get the property name, and the property name in this case is x. Strings and properties. Remember I mentioned that we've got certain properties that we can access on every single value. Not every single value, most values. Well, let me give you an example. So let's say we've got name equals Tommy Wally. What are some properties we can access? Well, just so we can see it, let's type it to the page itself. And let's go name. And remember how I said we can access properties? Do you remember how we could do that? Well, one is through the dot notation. And JavaScript have many properties. One of them is to uppercase. It literally puts it all in caps for you. This is a JavaScript function. We're executing JavaScript right now. How cool is this? What about if we wanted to access the length property on Tommy Wally? You want to know how many characters are there? Well, we can use length. How cool is this? So you can see how easy it is to access properties. I just wanted to give you a very quick example of how we do it.